Welcome back to Titan Academy. In this video, we will cover in Titan Forms 2.0 how to create a Salesforce Get to retrieve information from Salesforce. Click on the gear, select Salesforce, and here you will see various options concerning your Salesforce integration. For this video, we will focus on setting up a Get. I currently have one created for pulling information from a contact. I'm going to go ahead and delete this, and we'll create it again. To create the Get, go to Get Records, click Create New. You will first see your object settings. Select the object from which you wish to pull data in Salesforce. I'm going to select the contact. Note that you can also pull data from a Salesforce report. That will be covered in other videos. Select the type of trigger. Default is auto trigger. We'll cover that in more detail in another video. You can also set on load to run when a page loads, or user action. We'll choose user action. This is probably the most commonly used trigger. This will allow you to call this Get when the user takes some action, such as clicking a button. Here, set how many records you want to pull. You could pull up to 2,000 records over the API. You can select the first record, the last record, or to skip. This applies if there are multiple matches to your conditions. In the Conditions tab, set up your filter conditions. Here, we want to search for contacts with an email that matches an email entered on the field on a form. So we'll pick our field in Salesforce, email. We'll set our condition to Salesforce field email equals, and we can either enter a static value or select a field from the page. In this case, we're going to select the email field that's on the form. Sort order, you can select a field in Salesforce by which to sort the data. Here, since we're only retrieving one record, that won't matter, so we'll leave it blank. In mapping, you will map data from Salesforce fields to the elements on your page. The elements here are listed on the left, the Salesforce field is on the right. And you can type in the search box to search for elements and filter them. For example, I know that we have a first name and a last name. So I want to map the first name field on the form to first name from the contact record in Salesforce, last name to last name. We also have two phone fields. We have a mobile phone field on the form and a home phone field, so we will map both of those accordingly. Select my Salesforce field, mobile phone, and search for home phone, and that is all we need to map. You can apply filters to filter the fields. You can filter it by pages. You can filter it by fields that are mapped or unmapped. Let's look at the mapped fields, and we see what we have mapped. On the messages item, you can customize the message given by Titan when certain things occur. For example, if no record is found, you can customize the message received. If records are skipped, you can customize that message as well. We'll leave this as is for now. Your run criteria will be evaluated at runtime if these are set. You can select a field from your form and add a condition and a value, and the Get will only run if that condition is met. Let's just say we want to do it only if email equals example@gmail.com. Then this would only run if the email was equal to this value. I will leave that out. I'll remove this because we don't want to add that filter, but that's how this works. On the Advanced tab, you see some advanced options that we will cover in other videos. We won't go over these for now. You won't be commonly using them. Finally, on the Where Used tab, when this Get is invoked somewhere on your form, it will be listed here. It's not listed now because we haven't finished creating it. But once we've added it to a button, then that button will be shown here. That way it's easy to see where your elements are in use. Let's go ahead and click Apply. We now see that that Get exists. I'll save my project. And we are going to call that action from this Find button's action flow. So I'll select my button. I'll click on the link to open the action flow. This is a node that I already added as part of another project, and I had the Get that I had created earlier as part of this, but I deleted that one. So what we'll need to do is edit this Salesforce action, and we need to select an integration action here. We'll select that new get that we created, find contact. I'll save my project. And now when we preview this, now let's enter an email, joe@smith.com. This matches the contact record in my Salesforce environment. I click find. It finds the contact, returns the values, first name, last name, mobile phone, and home phone. And that's how it's done.